gray area regarding the LED. The main thing is make sure that the light is contained on site. The main other concern is third-party advertising. So to make sure that the LED just truly stays LED and it doesn't become advertising for, say, like Telus and the animals or anyone else. So. Yeah.
The intention is to make it real public art.
Yeah.
Okay, so that it's not.
And not to be a billboard.
Yeah, not to be a
I
billboard.
want Rodney Graham to do the first one. That's what I want.
Anything else? Yes, Helen?
You mentioned about the vertical shading devices and the east facade.
They're not on the model. They're in our drawings. You can see them here. You just rub your finger on them very gently.
Helen, I was
Did you look at the
There's
exploded view
a
over
bunch of
there?
exploded views there. Yeah. They're on this one too. You can't see. They're just not on the model, and I apologize. We didn't get. I don't think they're on the model.
No, they're on.
They're not on this one though. They're not on the residential, which they should be as well.
Okay.
Are they? Are you you're intending to
Yes,
put those
yes,
on the
yeah, they would be. They're
residential?
supposed to be on the drawings.
Okay.
And I'll check that they're on the drawings. I don't know why they're not on the model. The model makers don't always
We will
listen
see
to us.
this at DP.
You will see this at DP.
This is a rezoning model that's attempting to take it a little further than a normal design model, and it misses a few little things, and I apologize.
Sure.
I have a couple questions. A lot of the discussion has been about the surface of the box as a kind of quasi art billboard, but they're actually spatial. They have stuff in them. So what's the
idea,
programmatic idea, or are
Okay.
they supposed to be mute?
No, the idea of them is that they are the sort of the lungs of the building. We didn't have time to talk about the whole environmental discussion, how the building's ventilated, but fresh air is brought in through these, and they've brought in through the whole building. There are also specific amenities for different parts of the building, different programmatic elements as well. So there'll actually be communal spaces within the building that have natural light and trees and are wonderful places for people to gather. One of the big problems of a lot of office buildings is they don't have atrium like the one that was done here. They don't have places for people to break out and to where they're trapped inside a sealed cube. The other thing that we're proposing here is there will be operable windows as well. So there's some radical ideas for this that will, in the development permit, bring forward in terms of the sustainability that we're really excited about. But these are part of that sustainable strategy, both from a programmatic sense in terms of the daily use, but also from the real and mechanical system.
Okay, thank you. Second question is the city is obviously asking us to comment on the residential floor plate size. So what's driving that? Where did that come from? Is that a mathematical exercise of reaching a certain FSR, or is it kind
Well,
of
there's
your
a feeling that we're in the middle of an office precinct here, right? You know, where floor plates within an office precinct are allowed to go a little bit bigger.
The office plate on the office building is 22,000 square feet.
This is 22,000 square feet. This is 10 to 12,000 square feet, depending on how you measure it, right? And we're vary from floor to floor from 85 to 95. I don't know. We just have the experience of finishing Woodward's, which has a floor plate of 10,000 square feet. I think if things are sculpted properly, it's just a number, right? And in our mind, you know, I don't think that, you know, and so I think in the context of, you know, this very dense urban environment where most of your neighbors are offices or hotels, and, you know, like that one's hotel, and
Yeah, I think
it
the other
works.
thing is that
One is how much?
This one is 80.
This is 82.
82.
Capital residence is 82.
82 at this level. Yeah.
And I think the other thing is that, you know, it is a 450-foot building, right? So, I mean, just from a proportion perspective, but also just from a bigger building is, I mean, if you were to make a 7,000-foot plate in a 45, you know, that tall building is pretty difficult.
Yeah, most of the 6,500 ones are 200 feet or things like that, right? And also, we've gone to a lot of effort to just try and create distinct elements on each side. So if you come around here, you can also see that I think if you read like two buildings that are less than half the size in terms of one thing.
Any other questions? All right, let's take a few minutes to look at the drawings.
And there's some new renderings that aren't in your package that are over there. That are a little bit more.